Alright guys, so this video we'll be talking about this really strange controller accessory for the Switch. And what I mean by strange, it's not a bad thing. It's just that I've noticed that there are 3 different companies that have this shell branded. So I haven't been able to find out any more information about where they're coming from. But my guess would be that there's a factory that pumps these out and then they sell the different colors to different companies. For example, DOBE or DOBE, however you pronounce it, this is the first one that I looked at. You can see the video in the background. That was the unboxing for it, or it's one of my videos. We've talked about this before, so this is the first one I found. And this particular color, the black and orange, has this branding on it. And here we have the shell with a switch in it. So if you guys remember, the first one I got had a defect. The left thumbstick had a drift issue. It would stick, actually. It's more of a sticking. Here we have the Kootek version, but it's the same exact thing. The shell is exactly the same. This one doesn't have Kootek in the middle, but it's the same exact controller shell, just different color. Then right here we have the, I'm gonna butcher this name, OIVO or OIVO, but this is their version, and it's a black and red theme. It's exactly the same thing though. All 3 of these models come with detachable buttons for the right stick. I'm just gonna set this one up like this. They stand up on their own. You can see right there. But yeah, so they come with these 3 thumbsticks that you can add on there. My only complaint that I have, these are all exactly the same. They're the same molds and everything, different colors for the respective version, is that they can be slippery, especially if you're the kind of person that has sweaty hands. I could see that these would probably be slippery, but there is a solution for that. You can just buy thumb grips such as this one right here and just add them on there. It'll work just fine. Here's some thumb grips. These are for Joy-Cons, but I just wanted to show you guys as an example what you can buy. And that should fix that problem, because the left thumbstick has a nice grip to it actually. And if you guys watched one of my previous videos, it actually feels a lot like an Xbox controller. And I gotta say, these are really nice. You can see in the background, actually I'm showing that right now what I'm talking about, comparing it to the Xbox controller. Very similar feel. And if you're looking for that pro controller and handheld mode feel, these work really well. Now, I gotta say, I've never played with the Horde Pro. I can see how that control pad is much wider. It makes your system much wider. This feels a lot more natural, much more normal. It's not much wider than the regular Joy-Con setup. All right, so here we have a Switch with regular Joy-Cons. And here we have a Switch with the Kootek controller add-on. So you can see that the width is not much different. So one of my biggest complaints why I don't play in handheld a whole lot is that, it does strain my hands after a while playing with just the regular Joy-Con setup. But this right here, it does feel a lot more like a pro controller. And we're actually, I'm gonna show you guys the weight difference, like the weight difference between these two right here and the Pro Controller as well. I got a scale right here, a digital scale. We're gonna check out the weight differences, and I'm gonna leave these on, these little grips. They shouldn't be much different in weight, but you guys can get an idea of how much heavier this shell will make your Switch. So typically a Switch will run around, so Nintendo Switch looks like it's going around 415 to 416 grams. So let's weigh the Kootek controller, which I'm going to assume the other controllers weigh exactly the same. They're the same item. 416 versus 563. And honestly, it doesn't feel much different in the hands. Not much different. So in case you guys do tabletop mode, a Pro Controller is at 246. Let's try the shell on its own. $246. The shell is $253. So this shell is roughly around the same weight as a Pro Controller. So it's not that kind of gives you an idea. That will give you an idea of the weight of the shell. And let's see the screen. What would the screen be? The screen's at 310, so the screen's even heavier. So when you combine the weight of the two, you know, that's when you're looking at the 563. It's a great product. I'm going to assume that all these products come from the same factory. They're exactly the same thing. They just have different branding on them. So one thing to keep in mind is you can't turn on your Switch from with the home button. You do have to push the power button up here. I'm not sure if an update can fix that or not, but you know, that's definitely something that probably won't happen because Nintendo has to do that. Remember to keep, when you plug these in for the first time, remember to have wired communication on your controller and sensors. Make sure you go down to Pro Controller wired communication on. So make sure you have that on so it'll read it, and once it does, it'll say paired on your screen and it'll work. So right here it says paired. This is the first time that this Switch system has actually had this shell on it. So it reads it as a Pro Controller. So other than that, you can see that as you can see, it's responsive. Works really good. If you guys want to see more gameplay with these, let me know. I'll definitely record some gameplay with these. Like I said, I've been playing Borderlands myself. I did play a little bit of Rogue Trooper, which is like a third-person shooter. But these controllers, they work really well. They do what they do. You can purchase these on Amazon. I'll provide a link to where I bought them, and they roughly run around $40, which I think is a good deal. It's a good price. So let me know what you guys think about these. Will you be getting one? Alright, so my closing thoughts on this product and why I chose it over the SplitPad Pro. Well, the SplitPad Pro doesn't offer motion controls, it doesn't offer rumble, and it also makes your system a little wider, which from what I hear, it takes a little bit to get used to. But I just got this because at the time, you know, no one else was talking about this, and I just thought I'd try it out, and what can I say? I enjoy it, and starting to see a lot more videos. I think this is actually selling pretty good. I've noticed the prices are going up on them. I don't think it's ever gonna surpass the price of the SplitPad Pro. The only cons I would say about these is that you can't dock them. They don't have any video input for here. This is just strictly for charging. That's all you can use it for. And that's about it, really. Other than that, I just think it's a good product. I'll let you guys know how long it'll last. You know, I'll be using it, and we'll see if it lasts or if the build quality does not hold up. We'll see about that. It's too early to know right now. So let me know in the comments if you guys are interested in getting this product. I will leave a link in the descriptions to all 3 of these products. So if you guys are interested, you guys can check them out. If you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. If you disliked it, you know what to do. And it's be out, and as always, game on.